Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel where we talk about real estate investments and stock market. In my previous videos, I talked a lot about how to buy a house in Germany, how to evaluate a property, documents to check, mortgage processes, etc. But recently, many people are asking me, what if I want to sell a property? How much tax I have to pay? Can I sell it tax-free? What all is considered as expense while calculating the profit I gain from selling my house in Germany? To answer all these questions, I decided to create this video and will discuss in detail about the taxes you have to pay when you sell a house or apartment in Germany. Before we go into details, I would like to mention that I am not a tax advisor and in this video I share my own experiences only. The information that I am providing in this video may be outdated or may not apply to your current situation. Therefore, always consult your tax advisor for consultation. With that said, let's start. In Germany, it's simple. You have to pay taxes if you have earned or made some profit. Therefore, if you are selling a house or apartment in Germany and gain some profit by selling it, then you have to pay tax. However, unlike other countries, in Germany, if you sell a property after a speculative period has expired, which is of 10 years, then you do not have to pay any tax on your gains. Isn't it cool? And the date that is considered for calculating 10 years is the day on which the purchase contract or Kaufvertrag is notarized. You can check this date on the notarized purchase contract which is sent to you by the notar. So wait for 10 years after buying the property and then sell your house tax-free. Cool, isn't it? And with current low interest rates, you can fix your interest rate for 10 years and then sell it tax-free. Well, it sounds so simple that everyone can do it. However, here we are assuming that after 10 years, property prices have risen and you are making a profit. But I would like to mention, no one knows what is going to happen after 10 years. Therefore, when you buy a house with an intention to sell it after X years, keep in mind two things. First, there is a possibility that prices may go down. And second, it may take longer than you expected to sell the house. So I don't want to discuss it in this video. Let's focus on our topic, that is taxes. So we saw one scenario where we do not have to pay taxes. There is another scenario where you do not have to pay any taxes when you sell a house in Germany. This scenario occurs when the property was used exclusively by the owner or was used for one's own residential purpose in the year of sale and the 2 preceding calendar years. I know one can do all the permutation and combinations of making it 3 years. However, as mentioned, it is the year of sale and 2 preceding years. In any other situation or circumstances, please consult your tax advisor before selling your property. So now we discussed about when we have to pay tax and we do not have to pay tax on profits from selling a property. Let's discuss some edge cases or limits. First one is the 3 property limits or 3 Objektgrenze in German. As per this rule, if you have sold 3 or more properties within a period of 5 years, you will automatically be subject to the rules on commercial property trade, which means not only you have to pay tax on the profit, but also have to pay the trade tax or Gewerbsteuer in German. In principle, this limit was created to separate private asset management from commercial trading. I'm not going to explain this rule in detail in this video. I have explained it in my other video, so don't forget to check it out. Next special case is the sale of property that you inherited. When you inherit a property, you also inherit the speculation period, which means, for example, if the person from whom you inherited the property has owned the property for more than 10 years, then you as a new owner are exempt from speculation tax on a sale. Similarly, if the person you inherited the property from has used the property for his personal use for more than 3 years, then you are exempted from the speculation tax. So we save some speculation tax in such scenarios. But there are separate taxes when you inherit a property which you have to pay, which I am not covering in this video. Next special scenario is the sale of land. You cannot say that you use the land for yourself as you cannot live on an undeveloped land until unless you have built a house on it, of course. Therefore, if you sell a land before 10 years, then you have to pay taxes on the profits. So when the tax authority says you have to use the property for yourself, it means you are living in that property. Now we know when to pay the taxes on sale of property in Germany. Let's check how much tax we have to pay. If you are a private seller, then the tax you will pay depends on 2 things. First, the rise in property's value, and second, on your personal income tax rate. So in short, profits from sale will be added to your personal income, and depending on which tax bracket you fall, the income tax will be calculated. You must be wondering, what tax expenses can I deduct from the profits of real estate sale? Well, you can deduct all the expenses that you incurred while buying and selling the property. Be it notar charges, brokerage fee, land transfer tax, renovation, transportation cost, cost of putting the advertisement, telephone cost, etc. I mean, any expense that you incur to make that profit. Please note, if you have deducted depreciation of the property from your income tax earlier, then that depreciation amount will be added to the profit to calculate the taxes. Let's take an example to understand better. Let's assume you bought a property for 200,000. You spent approximately 12% as ancillary cost to purchase the property, which in this case will be around 24,000. Then you spend 30,000 on renovations. This brings your total acquisition cost of the property at 254,000. Now you sold the property for 300,000. And while selling your property, you incurred following costs: brokerage cost, cost of posting an advertisement, cost of visiting the apartment, and any other cost that you may have occurred. And let's assume in this case it is around 10,000. So at the end, your profit is 300,000 minus total acquisition cost, which is 254,000 in our case, minus cost incurred to sell the property, that is 10,000 in our case. Therefore, you made a profit of 36,000. In case you depreciated the property for 5 years, then you will add the amount depreciated in 36,000 to calculate your tax. Let's assume your personal income tax rate is 42%, and after adding 36,000, you still stay in that same bracket. Then you will have to pay 42% of 36,000 in taxes for that year. Now wait a minute, we are talking about profits only. What if we incur a loss by selling a property? What will happen in this scenario? Well, if you incurred a loss by selling a property, firstly, you do not have to pay any tax because you pay tax only on profits. However, the problem here is you can only offset these losses from the profits of selling a real estate only. Therefore, if you make a profit in stocks, then you cannot offset the loss of real estate sale from your stocks profits. This is something which is unfavorable for real estate investors. Therefore, try not to make a loss while selling a property. I hope you enjoyed the video. If yes, then don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe.